What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Illness, across all social media platforms. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use these videos and my whole platform to raise awareness for NPD, y'all. Get more people into therapy, victims, survivors, and narcissists, if they are willing to go, which is rare, y'all, which is extremely rare. I've been in therapy for 4 years. And, I'm trying to validate the victims and survivors as well to let you know, guess what, y'all? You might not be crazy. It might be the person you're with that's driving you crazy or making you feel crazy. You might be being gaslit. If you're being gaslit, get to fresh air right now. So today's episode is going to be about a manipulation tactic that a narcissist will use on you when you break up with them. When you decide that you are fed up and done with a narcissistic person. This is inspired by Miss T Rose. I ain't gonna say your whole name. I know people who knows might listen to this. I just had a one-on-one with her, and this is inspired this video because this happens a lot. I know this video might help out a lot of people. But when you leave a narcissist, when you either pack your whole apartment up, pack your whole house up, and when a narcissist gets home, you are gone. Things like that. When you leave them, when you tell them you're gonna leave them, and things like that, they will change on you, y'all. A lot of times, sometimes they'll leave you alone and go find a new person, new supply. But this is a manipulation tactic that works a lot of times on people who are unsuspecting of it. A lot of times, a narcissist will literally do everything that you wanted them to do. Everything that you've been begging them, asking them, pleading them to do, they will start to do. And guess what? You don't have to ask them to do it. You've been asking them for 7 years. You've been talking to them about doing something for 7 years. You've been giving them 7 years of chances to do things like go to the gym, go through rehab, go get some therapy and things like that. You've been giving them chances over and over again to do things for you, to make you happy. But as soon as you leave them, guess what they do? They immediately start to do those things without you asking. And that right there should show you how intentionally malicious that a lot of narcissistic people are. That should show you how intentionally withholding of affection, love, and caring that a lot of narcissistic people are, because they will start to do that stuff immediately following the relationship. This is not going to be specific for every narcissist, because every narcissist is going to be different. But a lot of times, if they want you back, they'll start to do all the stuff that you wanted them to do. Literally, without you asking. And without you asking. That shows you how they have been doing it on purpose. Because they know how to make you happy. They know what it takes to make you happy. They used to do it at first, didn't they? When they love bombed you. At the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, during the love bombing phase, they made you happy, didn't they? Because if they didn't, what are you doing there? You know what I mean? There's no good times. What are you doing there? Because in the beginning of a relationship, the narcissist idealizes you. They put you on this pedestal that you can do no wrong, right? You can do no wrong. God, broke the mold when he made you. God created you and no other like you. God created you for me. God did all this stuff, to create, help to create you for just specifically this person. You could do no wrong, right? And they made you happy. They made you the happiest you've ever been. The relationship feels like it's never felt before. You never felt this way before about anybody else, though, right? You haven't. So they know how to make you happy. They just stop doing it because during the value phase, when a narcissist, they take your value away that they've given to you. They give you all this value. They've given you all this energy, time, effort, and affection, things like that. They might have clapped your cheeks a little bit here and there. You know what I mean? But when the devalue phase starts, they take that stuff away. They stop doing it. But guess what? If you leave or you break up with them, all of a sudden, guess what? Out of nowhere, guess what? They're going to the gym. They're cleaning up. They're cooking their own meals. They're doing a healthy lifestyle. They've stopped smoking. They want you. They popping up. They're trying to take you on dates and stuff like that. You haven't been anywhere in years. Now they want to take you on dates. They want to go on vacation. Hey, I booked that. And then sometimes they'll get ambitious and book that whole vacation. They'll go ahead and book it before you. After you broke up with them, they'll book it. Hey, I booked this as a vacation. The trip you wanted to take to Fiji is booked. All you do is meet me at the airport next Friday. I know you're off. I know you're scheduled. I know you're off, right? The tickets in your name is non-refundable too. So you know how I am about money. So see you there. Maybe this will be a chance for us to get back together. You see how that works right there? You see how that works right there? You see the mindset? That's intentionally malicious, y'all. It is not a good thing. Because that shows you they could have been making you happy the entire time. The only thing you asked from them was for them to meet you halfway. Hey, I'm giving. No, this is not even on the bills. This is not talking about bills. This is talking about love. Hey, I just want to get out what I put in. I want to get my emotional investment back. I want to get my affection investment back. I want to get my financial investment back sometimes, So meet me halfway. Give me back what I'm getting in. But give me back what I'm putting in. But the narcissist is not the bank that you want to go to. Because you're not going to get out what you put into a narcissist relationship. They're not going to reciprocate 100% of what you get in. You're going to give them 100%. They're going to give you 50. They might do it at first, 100. But then eventually, you'll be doing 100, they're going to be doing 70. You'll be doing 100, they'll be giving you 50% back. Then you'll be doing 100, they'll be doing 25. And guess what? They'll convince you that you're not doing enough. Hey, why aren't things the same anymore? Because you're not doing enough. Maybe you need to love me harder, try harder. So guess what? Now you're not doing 100%. Now you're literally doing 125%. You're going above and beyond. You're working extra hours. You're coming home early, even though you're tired. Doing everything around the house, helping this person out, helping them study, helping them booking appointments for them, you're doing all this stuff. So now you're putting in 125% effort. But guess what? They're still doing 25. So now you're doing more. You're doing even more. And they're still doing the same amount. Or they take it down to 20. They take it down to 15, 10. But then guess what? You get fed up and then you leave. All of a sudden, guess what? Here comes them with 125. Here comes them at 100. 150. Hey, I'm doing everything you want me to do. Can you come back, please? Give me a second chance. And then guess what, y'all? This is when they start trying to give you everything that you want. If it doesn't work, they'll immediately try to. Sometimes they'll switch it up and get mad at you, get angry. You must be cheating on me. You must already have somebody else. You didn't love me. Here comes the guilt trip. You didn't love me. If you loved me like you say you did, you would give me another chance, wouldn't you? But you don't give me another chance because you don't really love me. You're evil. You're a terrible person. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. But I really love you. Please come home. Please come home. They'll start popping up at your job. They'll start popping up everywhere, y'all. Y'all be seeing these videos I've been posting here recently. If you watch my YouTube, on my TikTok, on my Instagram, on Facebook, the videos about how the narcissist will pop up on you. Yeah, at work, they'll put tracking devices on you. They'll watch you and stuff like that. They are like people. Yeah, narcissistic people are really dangerous people. Some of them get really dangerous, and sometimes you have to, sometimes you have to force that type of person to leave you the hell alone because they won't leave you alone because a lot of narcissists think that they own you. And if they look at you as property, they're going to treat you as property. They're going to think that you are property. They don't want anybody else they don't want anybody else to touch their old toy. I'm not calling you a toy, but this is the easiest way to make an analogy. Like narcissists look at you as some narcissistic people do look at you as a toy. Go back to the movie Toy Story. Most people on the planet of Earth have seen the very first Toy Story, where Andy, Woody, in this version of Toy Story, your narcissist is Andy, and you are Woody. Andy loved Woody. Andy was love bombing the hell out of Woody, taking him everywhere. Had the blankets with Woody on them. Woody is round up on TV over and over again. The posters everywhere. Sleeping with Woody. All this stuff. But guess what? Here comes Buzz Lightyear. Guess what happened to Woody then? Woody goes in the chest. Buzz gets all the love and care and affection. But guess what? If Andy's little sister came in the room, try to get Woody, Andy didn't want to let Woody go. Didn't want to play with him as much, but it was still Andy's toy. Didn't want to play with him as much, but Andy didn't want anybody else to play with that toy. So sometimes if you break up with a narcissist, they think they own you. They don't want anybody else to have you. They don't. They'll make you, I'm telling you. Had a good conversation this morning. I think he made her, try to make her promise, like a pinky swear or some shit. Pinky promised to me that you won't go with anybody else, please. I'm telling you, once a relationship with a narcissist ends, they'll start to show you their true colors. And everybody thinks it's a good thing. Of course, they started doing what I wanted them to do and I needed them to do, what I've been asking for years. They started doing it immediately. Now, that's a red flag. Why wasn't they doing it when y'all were together? Why didn't they do this stuff while y'all were together? What was the big issue then? What was holding them back from doing it then? Because they didn't want to, because they didn't feel like they needed to, because they didn't think you were going to leave them. When narcissists get in this situation and they're treating you this way, they don't ever think that you're going to leave them. So they treat you a certain type of way. They intentionally withhold that love, care, and affection. This woman said this man forgot her birthday. I'm like, I don't think he forgot her birthday. I think he did it. I think he did it on purpose to punish you for whatever reason, to show you, to make you feel like less than on your birthday. The man knew your birthday was. Y'all got all this time together in your relationship. Now they forget the birthday. Valentine's Day is coming up too, y'all. So this is the perfect time. I just did a video very, very recently on the Valentine's Day Hoover. So if you follow my YouTube, check that video out. Because Valentine's Day is the perfect time for them to try to Hoover. Man, I'm gonna do a skit today on that. A skit. I'm gonna do a skit. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna pick some flowers from my front yard and give them to them for Valentine's Day. It's gonna be hilarious. I know how I like to throw a little comedy in my skit. There's truth in my skits, but there's comedy in them too. Because I like to bring levity to situations and things like that. Have a good, But anyways, y'all, be safe around this time, because when you break away with a narcissist, you need to stand your ground. Will they change for a little bit? Yeah, they'll change for a little bit. They make all these promises and things like that. But you know their patterns. If y'all broken up before, or if you tried to leave before, or you told them you're going to leave before, they might get better for a little while. But eventually, they go back to who they were without any kind of intensive psychotherapy. Like myself, I've been in psychotherapy for 4 years, y'all. Over 4 years. It's October 2017. That's 4 years and 4 months now. That's 52 months. 52 months. 52 months of therapy, y'all. That's 52 months of therapy. I mean, I'll stretch it out. But without any kind of therapy like that, there's no permanent change. You just putting a Band-Aid over, you putting a Band-Aid over something that needs stitches. You know what I mean? There's a huge gash that's bleeding out. Like, this person needs some stitches. You're like, best I can do is a Spider-Man Band-Aid. Or Toy Story Band-Aid, a Woody and Buzz Lightyear Band-Aid to put over this huge gaping wound that needs stitches. You know what I mean? Because that's what you do when you go back to a narcissistic relationship without any kind of consistent change behavior. You're just putting a Band-Aid over a gaping wound. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I gotta hop off this thing. Like I said, this is fresh on my mind. I gotta take my son to school. I really truly appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm super thankful for y'all. I love when y'all leave the 5-star ratings on YouTube and things like that. Good for reviews, like everything. Thank y'all so much, y'all. Like and subscribe for more mental illnesses out. Peace.